It's over.
For me? An opportunity for me?
For me?
Oh, thank you. Let me take all of it. It's like the person that says, help yourself, and then they do.
They do.
They
do indeed.
I will take all of the chicken wings, and there are going to be none for you. But certainly here, we are starting it off on Battlefield. Loogie in the winner side of things, Ikan in the loser side of things, and his tail as old as time. Loogie with a 0 to death to start off Grand Finals.
Oh my gosh, it's happened so many times. We see Luugi. It's always for some reason, it's always in like the first 10 seconds sometimes. The Luugi gets the crazy 0 to death. And it's just the pivot grab, trying to maybe catch Ikan coming in. And it's just amazing to see.
And the wild part is that Ikan is dealing with, I would argue, an incredibly jarring change in pace, right? Yeah. You've got this almost delicate nature that Tarek was playing at, sort of floating in and out of neutral, dashing in and out of burst range, just trying to get something started. And then you've got Luugi, who is running at you, and one hit is going to spell your demise. So Ikan is going to need that little bit of time to just readjust to the way that Luugi plays, if he even gives you the opportunity to. 62% from that string. And again, Luugi having that winner set almost allowed him to sort of tighten the screws a little bit, work out, particularly around that focus attack. Yeah. Right? We saw at the start it was something that Luugi was struggling with. Oh my goodness.
A jump was kept there. Oh, massive, but then doesn't get the Shoryuken, but Ikan replies with the Shoryuken of his own. Yeah, it was crazy. I feel like Luugi got that 0 to death, but I can actually pretty much 0 to death Luugi straight back. This is really swinging.
It's the scary part with a player with momentum, of course, having a little bit of time and a very, very hot loser set. And the heat is still coming here in Grands of Regen 2023, as we can see, you know, even the slower.
Mixed up on shield. Mixies.
Yeah, just. Again, Ikan dashes back and just waited and reacted, and Ikan just had the perfect option for that roll-in from Luugi, and that little bit of data to boot as well.
Yeah, it's like you said from the previous set, it's going to be different playing around Luigi's shield. And you see Ikan there kind of just tickling Luugi's shield, seeing what kind of confirm he could get, dashes back, and gets the kill for it. But now Luugi has to land. Of course, Luigi's like to land. They like to press that usual cyclone button, but if you don't space it or time it perfectly, there's a lot of lag to punish. And Ikan just stands back, winds up the arm. Shoryuken.
Perfect punish each and every single time. The consistency on Ikan's inputs is something to behold as well. There have been very, very few misinputs. Everything has felt extremely intentional. And this is how Winners Finals started as well. Again, Ikan clearly in the midst of that set with Tarek and that little bit of a break he had during loser semis, has clearly been thinking this over, been making adjustments in his head, and has put it into practice wonderfully here in Grand so far. However, again, Luugi, no stranger to making those adjustments himself, so we will see what it takes for him to be able to seal it out in Winners.
What a beautiful read on the air dodge there, converting it into death with the land on the the up smash there. That's crazy. Luugi actually read that Ikan was going to do the vertical or just straight up drop down air dodge and confirmed that into the up special. That is mad.
Yeah, and Ikan just letting it go a little bit early, not getting the knockdown state that the full charge gives you, but even then, still making Luugi think twice about throwing out those two aerials on focus. No rage there, and Stellar DI is going to keep Luugi alive for a little bit longer. I do believe the jump is still there. A lovely ledge trump attempt there from Ikan. Oh my goodness, that shield is tiny!
Wow, that shield was tiny. I think it just went past, gave Luugi just the smallest window to punish. Oh, with his own Shoryuken, but finally it's a back air. I feel like Ikan's shield pressure is insane so far. Luugi's holding shield, and Ikan is letting him know that I'm here. Knock, knock. Here's an F tilt. Here's a forward tilt.
There was a little moment of unfamiliarity there that I want to bring up. The fact that Ikan went for that, it was a button into a Hadouken, and I heard the sound effect of the up B come out. Luugi thinking he had a moment there, and Luugi's up B out of shield is frighteningly fast, but Ikan just knowing his perfect amount of shield pressure and what he can get and what he can't. Oh my goodness, the fear there, but the Cyclone, Stellar DI, once again, these two players are not missing a beat.
Yeah, great edge guard there from Luugi. He actually burned his jump pretty early in that sequence, which could have been pretty risky, but then allowed him to push Ikan a little bit further, making sure that back air was going to confirm. And I thought we were going to get confirmed off the ledge, which we've seen before.
Yeah, Loogie so well known for that. We just see it time and time again. Going for the charged up smash, knowing that a grab probably wouldn't get too much given that Ikan can just elect to go off stage instead. Loogie, again, these little micro situations that you see once, maybe twice every 3 sets, Loogie has got an answer for each and every time.
Oh, pretty deep. Oh, wow.
Oh, just a weird trade there. I'm not too sure what exactly happened, but Luugi, no way is going to complain, but Ikan looking stoic as always. He's not letting it get to his head.
Yeah, Luugi happy to go deep off stage. There's a weird sort of shield pressure thing that Ikan's doing where I feel like Luugi's holding shield in the corner and Ikan's being really aggressive with the the pressure using the tilt, and then he's finishing with the Tatsu, you notice, which of course can shield break. We saw how small that shield got before, but it's curious, if Luugi stands like right on the ledge, the Tatsu seems to, like, just because of the way the collide mechanics works, it goes past.
Yes.
And that's why Luugi had so much time to punish previously. It's very strange. So it's almost like if Luugi's going to shield right on the ledge, I suppose, because that takes off one element of Ikan's shield pressure with that Tatsu. Very strange, but yeah.
We're going to go back to Battlefield once again. It feels like, both these players, they enjoy having those little platform extensions. They both enjoy, there are a lot of kills off the top in this matchup, and having that top platform in particular is going to be really good. But Ikan with an even stronger start than we've seen already. Never mind if he's got gas in the tank. He's filled up. He's got an entire fuel tank ready.
Yeah, Ikan release it all, going for the focus attack and just chasing, looking like Super Mario on the Battlefield combos, using the up air, finishing with the up B. The classic, and now, once again, another big lead. So in that first game, a big lead for Luugi.
We can just see Ikan already attempting to extend this lead. Luugi managing to get a nice little 3-piece there, anticipating the low recovery and just grabbing this time to deal with the focus. That is something that we haven't seen Luugi go for, to deal with focus in particular during this set. But of course, it is a grab and it is going to work. But Ikan, once again, 100% win record on this DI, but the up smash sending you to the skies. No DI saving you there.
Oh, what is the punish? Just a raw F smash? Is that enough? Barely not.
Wow, not quite enough. It's so difficult in that scenario because you don't know whether to go for it or not. Ikan, thanking his lucky stars that Luugi had to get back to stage just before he could get any kind of punish, but now playing board the platforms. We've gone back quite a few games here, and Ikan knowing the game plan, but Luugi not afraid to challenge him up there.
Yeah, I think we saw Ikan there. Likes to confirm from that up air into the Shoryuken, and if it's high up on the platforms, it probably will finish now, or finish the stock now. But here's Luugi sort of moving around, a few empty hops. There is a jump, yep.
Yeah, Ikan just electing to go for this ledge trap, catching the jump out the corner with the back out. Ikan making a really strong lead for himself in this game 3, but certainly Luugi able to make entire mountain ranges out of molehills, and again Luugi, that element of unfamiliarity, trying to go for that up B, but Ikan just continuing the pressure, and now 66% and potentially an entire stock lead. Wow, Ikan is relentless.
Beautiful movement there from Ikan, cancelling with the focus attack. Oh, but then it sends just awkwardly a little bit too far off stage. The pressure, God, goodbye.
I like the attempt there from Luugi, trying to fast fall to make sure that Ikan going to get a punish, sort of mixing up that timing there, but holding it for a little bit too long and just sailing straight to the blast zone, which Ikan is going to take every day of the week as he is 1 game away from a reset.
Yeah, 1 game away from the reset here. It's weird. It feels like Luugi's just struggling a little bit with a lot of Ikan's pressure. I mean, you associate Ryu a little bit with kind of more of the kind of sort of drift back fireball game. But Ikan is running straight at Luugi.
Yeah.
And feeling like there is definitely an opportunity there to kind of pressure Luugi close up. And like Luugi, you saw there, I mean, you mentioned before, he was kind of going for that up B, maybe out of shield, and you hear the noise, but it doesn't quite happen. And again, just the Luugi just getting out of Ikan's pressure. Maybe a bit of unfamiliarity of knowing when he's got a moment to strike, or maybe Ikan just mixing it up really well.
Yeah, we can see again just tailers all the time. However, the grab to start the game here, the lovely turnaround, not quite going for the 0 to death. Again, that awareness of knowing when to go for it and when to just go for damage instead, but still 63 cannot be sneezed at. Yeah,
and as we said before, the 0 to death fails. It's still a nice cheeky 60% at the start of the game, which Ikan has amassed himself very quickly. And now we're seeing more of the kind of patient game. Amazing platform movement from Ikan here. Getting that confirmed, but not quite enough for the Shoryu to kill.
Yeah, just electing to let it rip in that situation, but another one is going to kill. Even if it's a little stale, it is never going to fail. And like That kill attempt there from Loogie, not quite having the spacing there. Can he get it a second time? No,
not.
again, just a bit of spare change. Nothing more.
Just the slight whiff save from Luugi. A few more Cyclones out of disadvantage. Just a little bit of difficulty dealing with the Ikan pressure. I feel like his confidence is shot a little bit, and I feel like that's because Ikan is just being so aggressive and putting on so much pressure.
Yeah,
Back air, yeah.
It's jarring as hell when you don't get many opportunities in the first place, which is something that Luugi is so good at creating. And then when those opportunities arise, you're not even executing properly. It does feel like Luugi is a touch off his game, but that is purely because of Ikan's pressure and just forcing these mistakes out of Luugi.
100%, yeah. We see Ikan here with the percent lead, going to that top platform, asking Luigi to make the climb. You know, Luigi, as his base stats, doesn't have the greatest airspeed, which means sort of chasing up and around in the air is going to be easier said than done. But you can chase with aerials at short range. Oh, the platform maybe helping out Ikan there. Don't think that would have killed on the ground.
Yeah, just a couple of weak hits allowing to get that kill confirmed. So difficult, because it felt like Luugi was really beginning to make his mark in this game 4. Had some really nice conversions.
Oh, no.
And again, a little bit of loose change. The Cyclone on the top platform again. Ikan stellar DI as always. And Luugi gonna have to go for that up smash instead.
Yeah, chasing the crowd liking that. Obviously, a UK player on UK soil. Just a few little misconfirms from Luugi, but finally lands the anti-air up smash and takes this to an even game. And the crowd says one more down throw because they know that's what it might take.
Yeah, and again, Ikan just getting hit by the plunger and just getting immediately out of that situation. The jab 1, 2, 3. The triple going to make sure that that focus is not a factor on the platform, and just electing to go through. Lovely grab there. Again, not something that we've seen Ikan go for too often. And again, another up B punish is going to whiff and lead to the reset.
Wow. It's interesting. It feels like just Luugi straight to the head there, just slightly off his game. I think there's just a few situations there, trying to go for the kill confirms. As we said before, maybe not in this set, but previous set, Luugi is trigger happy. If he feels there's a chance he might be able to kill using the super jump punch, I call it the Shoryuken. If there's two Shoryukens on screen, but yeah, just whiffing ever so slightly here, which is leaves us in a reset. Next set wins, Joycey. Next set wins. This
is the final set of Regen 2023. Ikan making the grand finals reset. Of course, coming from loser's side means that we are playing once again. It is a rinse and repeat. I think Luugi taking a couple of seconds to himself at the moment.
Yeah, I rate this. Sometimes, you know, I think officially speaking for most tournaments, the set, they should be treated as two kind of separate sets. The kind of winner side and then reset. So I think if you want to take a moment, you should take a moment, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, we see Luugi didn't need that long, running straight back into it, and this is it. Winner of this set wins the tournament. Is this the repeat from Luugi? Or are we gonna have foreign invaders take the crown? Smashville. Oh, we want a small stage. We're gonna be scrapping, Joycey.
We are gonna be scrapping, certainly, and I think Luugi recognizing that part of Ikan's game plan was that platform play, staying on that top platform that we saw time and time again on Battlefield. The jump just was not there.
Just slapping him away. The credit card swipe.
Get
decline.
Out of here. Chop, 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 chop. And so quickly that stock was gone. But again, Ikan, no stranger to taking stocks in the blink of an eye. Himself just trying to get something started here. That wonderful nair at shield, just obliterating the shield pressure. However, we have got a grab at low percents. Not quite enough.
The strings.
However,
oh my gosh, the triple down till there. Luugi taking Ikan on a tour of Smashville.
So good. Just again, Luugi, one of those players where we mentioned a little earlier on, you do want to take that break here and there, but also Luugi plays red hot. He is not about letting momentum fade. Even if it's not in the gameplay, in his head, he's like, right, run it back. I've made my adjustments. Run it back. I want to scrap.
Yeah, there's a confidence about the way Luugi's moving around the stage and the way he's getting the confirms like that. Not quite enough to kill, but I think Ikan, should be able to make it back. Yeah, dodges through, just the ability for Ikan to catch from a stray aerial almost and kill confirm off it into the Shoryuken is so valuable. And Luugi running straight at Ikan, going for that up smash, but just going for that down special. If you touch that, you die.
I wonder if that was a little bit of suspect DI, though. We did see a more steep angle from Ikan again. I mean, the first mistake that Ikan has made, which against a character like Luigi, where DI in those kill confirms is the name of the game, that's very, very impressive that this is almost the first mistake that he has made. But of course, an entire stock lead on the side of Loogie at the moment. Ikan being outside of that 0 to death range from the grab. However, Loogie, of course, known to scrap. And again, those stray hits that Loogie can find most of the time are going to spell disaster for Ikan.
Yeah, I really like the way that Loogie's moving around Ikan's shield now, being a bit more ambiguous. I think maybe the previous games kind of opting to kind of go for that kind of mashy safe pressure. But Luugi knowing when to release and release this Shoryuken of his own right there. There's a confidence. He's looking confident.
It feels like he never left. It feels like two separate sets, right? Because we're seeing a different Luugi, 2 for 2 on super jump punches, which honestly, that's probably the most he's hit across the entire set.
Yeah, it feels like he's got confirms off the down special, a couple of down throw back airs, but yeah, I thought for a second I thought we were going to have character switches.
I don't want to think.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, I know that Luugi has got a Shulk in the back pocket, but in the same vein, I wonder if it's a stage switch. Okay,
maybe it's like a DSR thing, yeah. He's left battlefield open, so I think I agree with you completely, Joyce. You were saying before about that top platform, Ikan was making himself at home there.
Yes.
But Luugi's left it open, which, you know, maybe there's other stages to ban in this matchup. I'm curious. Let's see if Ikan tries to make that his home again. Back to battlefield. 1-0 to Luugi in the reset.
Yeah, similar to what we saw last time. Again, Luugi with some incredibly strong starts. And it looks like we're seeing it once again.
Oh, why is it always in the first 10 seconds, Joycey? Why does it sometimes always just start like that? It can be so demoralizing, but that's what Luugi does.
Yeah, and particularly when these two go so back and forth as well. Like, when you've got two opponents that go, like, ridiculously even with one another.
No.
Oh, hang on!
Oh, no.
2 for 2?
Not quite enough. Yeah, not quite enough to kill there, but he gets so much damage. A full stock and 100%. Luugi untouched.
Yeah, there we go. Lovely parry on the net. Again, trying to get something started, but he's still making it work. And what a statement from Luugi. 3 stocks to 1. It feels like none of the screws are tightened. The screws are unmovable with this gameplay.
Yeah, any doubts that creeped in the mind of the Luugi fans seem to be going away so far. Oh, but then Ikan, sort of awkward situation there with that Tatsu at ledge. The misfire probably didn't matter that time.
Yeah, thankfully keeping his jump and not going too far underneath the stage, allowing Luugi to get that second lease on life and a final opportunity for his first stock. However, the tried and true from Ikan is going to seal it. But again, similar to game 1, we've got an entire stock deficit here, Mo.
Yeah, a mountain to climb for Ikan, but being 1 stock down better than 2. Here comes Ikan's combo game. Clean 40% there from a nice little B&B.
We're going to see how much damage Luugi can get, just 50%. However, Ikan's still stuck on that top platform, and not because he wants to be this time. However, he wants to be this time!
Looking like Super Mario again. That up air, up air, up air. And finishing with the up special or the true Shoryuken. Yeah, that is the danger of Battlefield.
Yeah, it's so deadly, right? Just being able to get those platform extensions, which is not something that we saw too often in Smashville. Of course, the bigger blast zones are going to make it a little less detrimental, but with the raw power of Ryu, it's still going to happen. And is this enough? Yes, it is! Luugi, 2-0 up in the reset.
2-0 up on the reset, and 3 for 3 that time on the super jump punches, getting those 2 quick, almost 0 to deaths at the start of the game. But then Ikan actually was slowly kind of bringing it back, low-key. But then Luugi the momentum was not shaken. He was in, he was locked in, finishing up with the final Shoryuken of his own. And now, as we said before, there was a chance, is Luugi sort of looking a little bit shaken, a little bit lost against Ikan. Ikan had discovered that kind of aggressive shield pressure that was doing so well, but Luugi's now 2-0 up, 1 game away.
Yeah, and that's the wild part, is that not only has Ikan got to adjust to the game plan, but it's almost just those moments where you get the grab at 0 and you will just die. And it's so difficult because it leaves you much less breathing room to work with when trying to make those adjustments, because you've got so much less time, you've got such a lower amount of time to do it.
So here we go. This could be the last game of the tournament, people. The confidence that Luugi's showing, it would not surprise me. But we've gone 10 seconds, there hasn't been a 0 to death, so Ikan's going to be feeling a little bit happier. Luugi was throwing out that pivot grab.
Yeah, already a better start for Ikan at the moment. And again, that board the platforms gameplay that we have seen from Ikan just to avoid it at that 0 to death range. However,
I thought we might have seen the Shoryuken on the tech roll win. He thought, let me up tilt for good measure as well. Let me up tilt.
Let me just hit confirm that. Let's add a little extra spice on top of that. And even via, non-traditional means, there is still a 0 to death right at the start for Loogie. 3 for 3 on 0 to death on the first stock. And he's saying, you know what, it's so nice, I might do it twice. However, Ikan just short-changing him, only one coin to the name.
It doesn't matter. Ikan must have thought he saw that little ding, the little coin. I thought, oh gosh, maybe there's a present from the heavens. Loogie answers straight back, and one more stock chance are here, people.
Saying, if you like those presents from the heavens, let me send you there, sir. Let me send you there. As Luugi not stopping the pace at the moment, just running rampant at the moment, racking up all of this damage. 73% trying to get the grab to secure the entire set. And again, Ikan just trying to slow the pace down, trying to get that pace going, but it doesn't matter when Luugi, another super jump punch, sending him to the skies and eliminating the last opponent as Luugi takes Regen 2023.
Another Shoryuken. We've kept been saying Ikan's got his Shoryuken, but Luugi's got a Shoryuken of his own. And your Regen 2023 champion is Luugi. Back to back. Great stuff. A 3-0 in the reset. Was looking close first set, but Luugi, there was a moment, there was a pause. He collected himself, and he was back with a bang.
So incredible. And particularly the fact that he took maybe a 15-second break between set 1 and set 2. And then it just felt like the old Luugi came back. The Luugi that will 0 to death you in 1,000,001 creative ways outside of that down throw, of course. It's so incredible to see just the instant switch in mentality, that shakiness, that lack of confidence that you mentioned, just gone in the blink of an eye. And there, a man standing tall.
Brilliant stuff. Shout-outs to Luugi, of course. Shout-outs to Ikan. What a crazy run he's made at this tournament, bringing it all the way to grand finals. And it looks like, I think we're going to go back to, we're going to go to awards very shortly, I think. So we've got Luugi standing loud and proud, collecting it. But yeah, what a tournament. I got to, again, say shout-out to Ikan. I'm not entirely sure what seed he was coming into this tournament, but he's definitely showed up. And he gave Luugi a run for his money anyway. So, yeah.
But of course, we are going to be, I believe, handing it over to the awards ceremony, of course, for all of these players that have done incredibly well, both today and across the entirety of the weekend. Truly, truly incredible stuff all around from these competitors. But handing it over to